Good morning. I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News Now, coming to you from our digital desk. We're getting out a message from the Cuyahoga County Board of Health. They're warning of another outbreak of Mpox. It's formerly known as monkeypox. We're going to show you the numbers, but there have been 9 cases throughout Cuyahoga County since February, and therefore they're just trying to get out the message about what Mpox is, the symptoms, the signs, what to do if you may have that. But let's take a look first of all at the dashboard. And I want you to notice a couple of things. First of all, our biggest outbreak of Mpox was back in 2022 in July when we had 7 cases in a day, and you can see 5 cases. So we're not talking on any large scale that they might think of when we had obviously the coronavirus, but it is of concern. And then we went through all of 2023. You see that the last confirmed case in Cuyahoga County was on Christmas Day in 2022. We were free of Mpox because the word got out, vaccinations were being given out for Mpox, but now it has started to come back again. Here's one case on February 8th. We've got another in March, and so on. And so we've had 9 cases within Cuyahoga County. And we do want to reiterate, this is not just a Cuyahoga County issue. I'm going to show you a map here from the Ohio Department of Health that's got a dashboard on all of these. This now dates back to the beginning of 2022. You can see 163 total cases in Cuyahoga County, according to the state. Summit County with 19. We can look around Lorain, Stark County with 8. Columbus here in Franklin County with 100 cases. And when we get down to Cincinnati, 37 cases there, and up in Toledo in Lucas County with 16. So the question is, what is Mpox? What are the symptoms? What do we need to be looking for? And is there a particular community or communities that need to be aware of these issues? We're going to bring in the Epi supervisor from the Cuyahoga County Board of Health, Joyce Van Meter. Joyce, how are you today?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining us and really getting out the education, because I think that's what's important. Let's get out the information and not the misinformation. We've seen way too much of that when we think back to COVID and COVID-19. So let's just start with the basics. What is Mpox?
Sure. So Mpox is a viral disease. It's spread through close contact. Primarily through close touch, but also through respiratory secretions, saliva, that kind of thing. It starts off with very kind of nondescript symptoms, I'm afraid. Exhaustion, swollen lymph nodes, um, possibly a backache or headache. But the real telltale symptom is a rash. And it starts out, it can appear to be pimples or blisters. It might be itchy or painful. And it can appear on the hands, the arms, the chest, the face, or around the genitals. And it can be anywhere from just 1 or 2 of these lesions to many.
And we should point out there were 2 deaths, and we start looking at the numbers from back in 2022. There were 2 deaths in Cuyahoga County. What is it about Mpox that can take it up to that serious that serious level?
Yes, I mean, it's definitely a risk with the variety of Mpox that we have been seeing in the U.S. It's a small risk, but those who have untreated HIV or a lowered immune response due to cancer or immunosuppressive drugs are definitely more at risk for serious illness or even death.
Let's talk about what people can do, maybe preventative or should do. And is there a particular community that we're trying to get the word out to?
So definitely what people can do if they are at risk is get the vaccine. It's a 2-dose vaccine. It provides great coverage, and it's really great. And people who are most at risk are those that have had multiple sex partners in the past 6 months or plan to in the future, those who have anonymous sex, those who have had sex at commercial facilities, and those who have close contact or sexual contact with people that fall under those categories. And of
E-
course, people who have had close contact with people who have then been diagnosed with Mpox.
Excellent. I think we've covered a lot of bases here. We're speaking with Joyce Van Meter. She's the Epi Supervisor for the Cuyahoga County Board of Health. Joyce, we always give the final word to our guests here. Final word here. What do you want people to know about this? This is not panic time. Nobody is doing that. This is just 9 cases when you consider the population of Cuyahoga County. This is very, very isolated. But what do you want people to know moving forward?
Definitely. Just, don't panic, but be aware. If you have symptoms, see a medical provider, or you can call the health department and get seen here. And if you fall into those risk categories, please consider getting the vaccine. And again, you can get that at the health department.
Excellent. Joyce Van Meter, we appreciate the time from the Cuyahoga County Board of Health. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Again, just wanted to get the information out there. If the Cuyahoga County Board of Health is putting out a news release saying there is an outbreak of Mpox, again, it's important for us to let you hear it from the source, from the Cuyahoga County Board of Health, who's at risk. Again, this is very, very isolated, but a particular group. As you heard the Epi Supervisor talk about, it is people who are having a lot of anonymous sex, people who might even be paying for sex. That is what they are seeing at the most the people who are most at risk from this outbreak. That's what they saw back in 2022. They were great about getting the word out, getting people immunized. There is a vaccine for it. That's why 2023 there were no cases, but now all of a sudden it seems to be back in Northeast Ohio. If we have any other breaking news, it'll be here on our digital platforms. Our 11 o'clock news is underway on CW43, and our noon news is coming up on Channel 19. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News. Have a good afternoon.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and follow us on social media @Cleveland 19 News.